Hello everybody. Today we are cooking some beef in the village, but we need to cook our food as soon as possible. Look at the clouds. It was going to rain that afternoon. Once the water has drained completely on our beef, we are going to add in some cooking vegetable oil. And as you can see here, I went ahead and added the cooking vegetable oil. Now I'm going to add in one garlic. Yes, we need to add more flavor in on our beef. Sorry guys, if you find my voice to be awkward, it's because I have cold. Now I go in with one spring onion for more flavor. As you know, it differs with different types of onion that you decide to cook on your food or to use on your food. So I went here just you can call it the Kenyeji way of cutting the onions rather than using like a chopping board. So I was like, why don't I just use my hand and not the chopping board to cut things as we do it here in the village. I went in and added some tomatoes, as you can see. Is it tomato or tomatoes? You name it. Some salt, and then some. I need the lid to cover. We're going to let it simmer for some time. Once we come back, our tomato will have broken down into a paste, as you can see here. My. At this point, I was salivating. I was thinking, why don't I take this off from the heat and serve it with my hot ugali? But I was like, no. I was going for a specific recipe today. So this is me adding my veggies. This is a mixture of spinach and green kale, Sukumawiki, as you know how we call it in our local language. So once I've added this, I'm going to cover this and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. Once it has simmered for 5 minutes, I'm going to take my wooden spatula, mix. Oh my God, look at this. I'm telling you, the aroma was hitting. I couldn't wait. So once our food is ready, we are going to put this aside, cover it, and we need to add more charcoal on this fire so we can start cooking our ugali. But before we start the cooking process of ugali, we need some water. And I've already added the charcoal. That is me adding water. The flour that I'm adding on this water, because it has not boiled, is to help with the boiling process. So we're going to leave this until it starts boiling. As you can see here, the water has already boiled. And I'm using this flour called mufalme. Yes, this is the maize flour that we are using today, or you can say maize flour. That is my spatula I'm using to hold the cooking pot because it's very, very hot. I don't want to burn my fingers or my hand at any cost. And once I've covered and it has continued boiling, now I'm going to go in with my mwiko. This is a wooden spatula. We call it mwiko in Swahili, and I'll be using it to cook my ugali. For your ugali to be well done or to be properly cooked, you need to cook it at least for 20 minutes with no rush. But if you're someone who is in a rush to cook your ugali, you can cook your ugali at least for 15 minutes. That should be okay. And I mean for 15 minutes, that should be on a medium high heat. But if you want that, that aroma of ugali that is properly done, trust me, cook it long, at least 20 to 25 minutes. You'll enjoy your ugali and you'll thank me later. But it depends with how starved or how much you're starving, to be honest. But for me, today was my day. I was like, I just need to take my sweet time because this day I had woken up, done so much household, and I was like, I really need to appreciate myself with some nice meal. That is why I chose ugali with the beef and some Sukumawiki and spinach for my lunch. And when I tell you this was my late lunch, indeed it was my late lunch. So here was me testing the ugali if it's well done. I decided to cover it and give it a few more minutes to cook. That is me uncovering, going again with my spatula. You just mix, turn it again. Just repeat it until 25 minutes it's done, and then that's when you know your ugali is properly cooked. So if it's your first time coming along my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, leave a comment in the section below. So as you can see, our ugali is done and it's time to serve our ugali. Sorry guys for my voice. I have a cold. Again, I apologize. That portion was enough for me. Look at my beef with my kales, my vegetables. I'm going to dig in. Let me enjoy my meal. I hope you enjoy the recipe. Take care of yourself and bye-bye.